Alright guys, we're back. We got some Blewett Brewing, and this is Fool's Gold Hazy Pale. 5% ABV. Let's see what we got. Keep cold, enjoy fresh. Leavenworth, Washington, which is like a German-themed town right here in Washington State. And we don't got any additional information. And you might be thinking, Fool's Gold, this was planned. Nope, I got a little buzz going. I grabbed a beer out of the fridge, and it just so happened to fucking match with my shave of the day. Look at my eyes when I first look down at this beer and realize we fucking nailed it. Let's crack it open and take a swig. Okay, it's not the best pale that I've ever tried. It's kind of one-sided sweet. It's definitely more so malty. It doesn't have like a good balance between a nice hop bite and a good pale body, which is like, you know, a slight malt character. Just a little bit of bitterness. Overall, it's supposed to be easy drinking, which I think this is, but it's just not. It just doesn't strike that balance of really tasty. It might be more, you know, traditional, maybe like an English pale. I don't know. It's hazy, so it's not traditional. I don't know. It's just not that. It doesn't have that American hop zing, you know. But I can drink it. It's like an everyday man's beer. You know, easy drinking, no frills, if that makes any sense. Anyhow, let's move on. We're using some Fougere Luxe from Purely Skinful. And this right there is the beef tallow base, as you can see right on top. And it says clean, fresh, masculine blend with bergamot top notes combined with lavender, juniper, wild fern, fir needle, tonka bean, and black pepper. So a lot of brightness. I'll give you a look at the ingredients on the side. This is a product of Canada, and it is fantastic. Purely Skinful is one of my favorite brands. All three of their soap bases are badass. I love how they stamp the top of their pucks, which tend to be on the firmer side. So it's not a crope, which, you know, it doesn't mean a whole lot, but if your soap's a little bit firmer, you tend to get a little bit more out of it, which is, you know, always appreciated. And this is what we're looking at here. We got plenty of luxurious lather. And this is their beef tallow base, which is kind of considered their you know, standard base. We got plenty of sheen going on, some nice density. I got it whipped up in my turn and shave brush here that has the gold flake over emerald. Now, this was intentional. The gold flake over emerald, the green handle on St. Patrick's Day, this was intentional. Picking out the beer was, I've already had like 4 or 5 drinks. That was completely by the luck of the Irish. And I'm not Irish. Alright, so let's wet the face. Fougere Luxe made it onto my best scents of 2020. Fougere Luxe is an absolute banger. Not just for the springtime, not just for the summertime, but year-round. Fougere Luxe is bright. It's bold. It's banging. It's like effervescent green, sparkling citrus. It's a masterful fragrance. I love it. I wish Linda would come out with like an EDT or EDP, because I would be all over that shit. Even a solid cologne, whatever. Eau de cologne. I would be all over that shit because I love this. This is quite possibly the best fougere ever made. I know me and my buddy Mac go back and forth between Fougere Angelique and Fougere Luxe. But if you like Fougere Angelique, I'd say it's like a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Fougere Luxe is going to be a winner for you. It is absolutely wonderful. I love this fragrance. And for the springtime especially, obviously it can be worn year-round. Citrus scents, bright green scents can be worn year-round. You know what I mean? With little to no problem. This one, it fits right in that category. Can be worn year-round, little to no problem. But it's an absolute banger, you know, in the spring and summer. Absolute. Alright, and we got a nice looking lather right here. Nothing like the struggles that I displayed yesterday with the shave stick. This is purely Skinful, you know. And this is their standard base. It's not even the deer tallow or the bear tallow, which are a little bit more exotic and a little bit more luxury. It's just their standard beef tallow. And this is fantastic. So, we got the Double Duck Goldedge. That's upside down right there, but Goldedge. And this is a round point with a Frank Mesa strike gold shave edge on it. Frank, of course, is a master on the stones. And he has kind of been like my straight razor sensei. He has definitely guided me on my journey with straight razors. With this razor and a few others, I have messaged him before buying and sent him pictures and price and contact information. And I basically had him walk me through it like Big Brother. The whole way. I basically, I would tell him, I'm interested in this razor. Does it look, is it in good shape? Is it worth buying? Yeah, it's in good shape. Okay, is the price fair, or is the price, are they asking for way too much? Yeah, it's in good shape and it's a fair price. And then I would ask him, would you buy it? And he would tell me, yeah, I would buy it. Normally they're so and so. This is what I normally look for, and so on and so forth. And so Frank has really been instrumental in my straight razor journey. From everything to technique, to stropping, and even like my purchases and all of that. Like he's been like absolutely instrumental. So I very much appreciate Frank from Strike Gold Shave. On a totally unrelated note, what he's doing with Strike Gold Shave, the products that he is bringing to market, as far as niche designer fragrance dupes, like designer cologne dupes. But it's not just dupes that, have been done time and time again, and the wet shaving community is getting sick of it. This is like dupes that the wet shaving community has never experienced and is completely virgin to these scents. And he's bringing those to market, and he's bringing those to our world, and I absolutely appreciate that from him. Because so many artisans are bringing run-of-the-mill, basic fragrances to the wet shaving world, which that's a start. And I appreciate that too. But Frank is like going a step beyond. Sorry, like I said, I've been drinking. Frank is going like a step beyond that. And he is bringing something that the wet shaving world, has never seen. This isn't the umpteenth Aventus dupe. This is, like the first time it's ever been done. Parfums du Marly Layton. Shit like that, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. So I definitely appreciate Frank. He's definitely been right there guiding me on my straight razor journey. Now, back to Canada's pride and joy, Purely Skinful. Probably my favorite artisan out of Canada, Purely Skinful. Linda is just a treat to do business with. Another thing I love about Linda is that she's a home brewer, and so when you talk beer with her, you talk like wine with her, she knows what the fuck she's talking about. And it's actually really fun to like bounce ideas off her and bounce fragrances off her, and talk about, memories that fragrances invoke. It's really, I've had really good conversations with her is basically what it boils down to. Really cool lady. She's not the most like social media present, and that might be the reason why she's not the most talked about, but I guarantee you buy some Purely Skinful, you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. I guarantee it. Alright, let me take a little sip. Now for me, the beef tallow base is my least favorite out of the three. It's what she has most in stock. It's her standard base. And it is, absolutely adequate. It's not lacking in any category. So when I say it's my least favorite, take it with a grain of salt. It's a great soap base. The only problem about having three soap bases that are absolutely fantastic is that one of them has to be the least favorite. So they're all three absolutely fantastic. But the beef tallow just so happens to be my least favorite. And that's that it is really slick. It has a nice, just above medium density. It's not like the densest that I've ever came across, but just above medium density. So super slick, just above medium density, and about a 6 on scent strength. And since it's like a bright fragrance, it's really easy to pick up in the case of Fougere Luxe. And that's really high praise. But it's just about where the run-of-the-mill running with the pack is in terms of shaving soaps these days. It's just about running with the pack. It's really good stuff. But everything is really good stuff these days. So that's where the deer tallow and the bear tallow enter the equation. Those two are both above average. And I really, really like those two. They're thirsty soaps, so don't be afraid to give it some water. But holy smokes, man. Those have the density. Those have slickness in spades. That's where it's really at. Is that bear tallow and deer tallow. And it's not just a gimmick. It's not just shenanigans. It's not just exotic, tallows for the fuck of it. It's the real deal. That's really good shaving soap. And I think bear tallow, at least deer tallow, may not be a proven staple in the wet shaving world. But I think bear tallow has proven itself, at least. You know what I mean? Deer tallow might not have proven itself as a whole in the wet shaving community, but bear tallow, I think, has. So, bear tallow is definitely not a gimmick. Deer tallow, you're okay to have your reservations about deer tallow. But, in all honesty, Purely Skinful's deer tallow is fucking good shit. It might be the slickest out of the three, but I don't think it's as rounded, as well balanced as the bear tallow. The bear tallow, I think, is kind of like the full package. Really, really slick, and it has the most density out of the three. And then the deer tallow is the slickest, but a little bit less dense than the bear tallow. So it all depends on what you want. And no matter what base, they used to have a vegan base. They don't anymore, but they used to have a vegan base. And no matter what base you go with, Purely Skinful is going to deliver. We got the Lancaster tail. And we're going to finish off the shave with my favorite aftershave splash in the entire wet shaving world. my absolute favorite. It's a witch hazel base that just leaves my face feeling fantastic. Alright, I'll get the rest off cam. There's definitely a little bit more still in there. But we'll move over to the Aftershave Splash Fougere Luxe. I'll give you a quick peek of the ingredients. And we'll shake it, pop the cap, quality restrictor, and it's got this nice milky look and consistency. We'll just get a nice layer across the bottom, a nice layer across the top, and really that's all you need. You can feel it. You can feel the kind of weight of it originally, but once it soaks in, it absolutely leaves your face feeling fantastic. I'm going to get some residual on my forehead, and whatever's left goes on my forearms. Whew. And now I'm smelling bright, fresh, and green. This was a good St. Patrick's Day shave coming home from the bar. A little bit of a buzz. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate the support. Cheers, and I'll catch you on the next one.